We have with us the beautiful fashionista, very talented April
sweet.
Cry. Welcome, April, to Country Music Matters.
Thank you so much for having me. It's so great to be here.
We've done a few things on you, but it's been a little bit, so let's reintroduce you a little bit to the fans. Tell us all about you.
Absolutely. It has been a while, hasn't it? So I have been working on a lot of music. I've been writing, and I have a new song out, While We're Young, and we just finished the video for it. So I'm super excited about that. But if you don't know background on me, I grew up, my dad was a musician, I grew up in Connecticut, and so he's always been kind of a really big influence on my music, of course. So he used to sing in our church, and that's kind of where I got started, was in the church singing. So I was surrounded by a lot of different genres, specifically gospel, Christian, and then I fell into country because my mom actually got me a Martina McBride CD, and I became obsessed with her and just how incredible she is, and how she really tells a story when she sings, and she's so passionate when she sings. So that's kind of where I went down a lot of rabbit trails there, but that's the
Well, I've heard you
basis
do. I've heard your covers of her songs, and the first time I heard it was at CMA Fest. I want to say maybe 2-3 years ago, and I was blown away.
Oh, thank
How
you
such
so
that
much.
voice came out of such a tiny little girl.
Thank you.
You're just a powerhouse. You're
That
a
means
powerhouse.
so much. A lot of people, when I step off stage, they're like, I didn't realize that you were that short. You look so much taller on stage. And I'm like, I know.
Well, just like an actor in a movie, you
Yeah.
think they're huge, and then you see them in person, you're
Yes.
like, well, you're not so tall.
Yeah, actually, funny story. So, behind the scenes little tidbit of my music video for While We're Young, my boyfriend in the video, he was 6'2", and I'm 4'11". So when I stood next to him, it just looked ridiculous. So he had me standing on apple boxes. They actually built me a sidewalk to walk on next to him. I was just like, this is just great. I just love this. So
Now, you're married to a musician, am I correct?
No. I'm actually engaged
Oh,
to...
I thought you were married.
No, I'm engaged. I just got engaged.
Okay, well then you're
But-
almost there.
Almost there.
Yeah.
But no, my fiance and I have been dating since high school, and he doesn't do music at all. He does finance. He does tax stuff. So it's
And then he can
great
take care of all your
balance.
stuff.
Yeah, it's kind of perfect. So
So how has your life been on the road from Firefly?
oh my
until
goodness, Fireflies. That it just feels like such a long time ago, because I feel like I've just grown so much as a person and as an artist. I've been through a lot of ups and downs, and in the music industry, and now you're always kind of growing and evolving as an artist. So right now I'm in a transition stage, and I'm extremely excited about where my music is going. And so I've been actually working with a producer. His name is Brad Hill. He worked on Maren Morris's Hero album, and we've just kind of been figuring out who April Cry is musically, and that's always evolving, of course, but I feel like I'm in a really good place right now where I just can't wait to release some of the new music.
Now, you started writing very young.
I did, yeah. I started writing. My dad actually I remember him when I was little. He would take out the guitar and he would be writing all the time. And so that inspired me. He just basically taught me just the basic chords on the guitar. And I started writing when I was like 12 or 13. Probably really horrible songs. But yeah, I've been writing for a while, and then I got kind of inundated in the whole, Nashville community, which has been so supportive and so great.
So what has been your learning curve from coming from Connecticut to Nashville?
Coming from Connecticut to Nashville was definitely, different for me, because Connecticut is, I kind of lived in the suburbs in Connecticut, but I would go to New York City all the time because it was like an hour train ride, so it was quick, and I would go write with people, and I would. But it's just very different. Nashville is a community of people, and they're extremely supportive, and that's just what I love so much about country music in general and Nashville, is that it's like a family. So it took a little bit, but once I kind of got my core people that just were so supportive, it was amazing.
Now, did you have stepping stones already here in place when you got to Nashville?
When I moved to Nashville, I really only had maybe 1 or 2 contacts here. So I didn't know a lot of people. But the people that I did know, really helped me develop as an artist, helped me find my voice. And, at that time I was going through another transition stage. And so it was, obviously moving from Connecticut to Nashville. And so they helped me a lot. So it was really, I just feel like God puts, people in your life for a reason. So
Definitely. Now, you've been compared to like the style of like Shania
Oh, I love that.
or Faith Hill. How hard is that to like,
Live up to?
well, kind of live up to,
Yeah.
but still be unique?
Right, yeah. That's a really great question, actually. Because Shania and Faith and Martina, they've all been such big influences on me. I think for me, it's taking a little bit from each artist that I listen to, and I'm influenced by a lot of different genres, not just country. Because growing up, I listened to gospel, I listened to pop, and so all of those kind of mush together, and that creates April Cry, and that's a unique thing. So like I said, I'm still evolving, and we're kind of working on the music part of it, but it's just, that's kind of how it is as an artist. That is your life, is finding your voice, and I think that's what's so special about being an artist, is finally finding it.
What have been some of your disappointments
Ooh, some of my disappointments.
in your career?
I guess that's a hard question to answer it and not be mean to people. I'm kidding. No, I think some of my disappointments have been just trusting people that promise me things and then them not following through with them.
Yeah.
Probably it's just you put your trust in a lot of people, and actually. One of my former managers, Kevin Jonas Sr., told me this, and I will never forget it. He said, the person that's going to work the hardest for you is yourself. And it's so true. It rings true today. But I think I found such an incredible team. I feel so thankful to have found these amazing people around me now that I feel like they believe in me and they support me and they're pushing for me. So that's
Now, there's such a surge in female artists now.
Yeah.
How important does this Diva Jam that you guys do,
Yeah.
and that Olivia Lane does annually, how important is that, do you feel?
Oh, it's so important. I actually was just recently at the Next Women of Country show with Leslie Fram and Luce. I mean, there's so many incredible female artists coming up. And it's just such an amazing time to be in country music, I feel like, as a female. So Olivia is another just amazing artist that, reached out to me, and we're friends. And she started this Diva Jam, which I feel like everyone knows about it. Everyone's excited to go to it. And it's just so great to see women coming together and supporting each other. Because I think that was a part of the problem, is that there was just a lot of, pettiness, or people, they just weren't supporting each other, and now I feel like there's such a family of girls, and I'm so happy to be a part of that.
Definitely. Oh, yeah, it's amazing. How do you determine, I know there's probably a lot of factors that go into actually what you're going to put on your, say, a next album or
Yeah.
EP, because songwriters always have songs they hang on to
Yes.
for one reason or another. How do you know?
I think with picking songs for an album is such a, I'm trying to find the word. It's such a personal thing, because as a writer myself, I want to put out songs that reflect experiences that I've had, but I also, I want people to be able to relate to them as well. So it's definitely a process. So that's why it's kind of taken me a good amount of time to find these songs, pick these songs. I have a song that I just cut it was one of the first songs I wrote when I moved to Nashville. So that was like, 5 or 6 years ago. So, I've been holding on to these songs and really waiting for, there's a lot of factors that go into it. You have to have the right producer that really is like, I get your voice, and I think I know how to produce you, that kind of thing. So now I feel like we're in a really good place.
Now, excuse me for this, but I just saw on Facebook where you did either a fundraiser or something,
Yes.
I wanted to touch on that, and I
Yeah.
apologize for not remembering what it was.
No, it's okay. It's so recently I got to go back to my hometown in Connecticut. My old guitar player, his name is Ian McHugh. He an amazing musician, amazing person. He asked me if I would be a part of this fundraiser for this little boy, and his name is Cam. And he has a rare disease. It's called AHC. I don't know the exact how to pronounce what it actually is, but it's a rare disease, very rare. Literally 1 in a million people have the disease, and this poor little boy. And so they're just trying to raise money for him for his medical expenses and to just raise awareness about this disease because they're trying to figure it out. They're trying to find a cure for it. So I got to go back and I got to sing with my friend Javier Colon, who's the first season winner of The Voice, and he's incredible. And it was just all around just a night of love, like just love for this little boy that is struggling so much, and all of these people just came together to help him, which is just such an amazing experience.
Now, where can people find out information on this?
Yes, so I have...
Or just maybe go to your Facebook page?
Yeah,
Okay.
on my Facebook page, I actually posted a link where you can,
Okay.
if you want to donate, and then also there is a website that explains what this disease is.
Okay.
So I just want to raise awareness about it.
All right. Now, you got a busy CMA Fest this year?
I do, yes. I'm fortunate enough to be able to say that I do have a pretty busy CMA Fest. I'm running around today. I have a signing at the Roper booth at 4:15, and then I am playing tonight at the Wild Horse. It's an after party, so if you're a night owl and you want to come out, 12:30 a.m. I'm playing a show. It's for a Willie Morris event, so I'm very excited about it. Yeah.
Good. So what do we have going on the rest of the year?
The rest of the year, I'm working on new music. Like I said, I've been in the studio, I've been writing, and getting ready to put out an EP, and really focusing on my live show as well. I want to be out there performing. That's my favorite part of it is performing live, because I just get to see reactions of people in the audience, and it's great.
Well, I do commend you on your social media because you're very active and
Thank you so much.
great with the fans.
I have a great team.
Yeah.
You know, they help me out a lot, so I'm fortunate.
Well, we appreciate finally getting to talk to you in person and for you
thank you.
taking your time through this busy CMA Fest.
Aw, thank you so much for having me.
No problem. Enjoy the rest of your year.
Thank you.
Thanks, April. Bye-bye.
Bye.